Hello everyone. We're back. We're back. One last vlog for 2017.
Woo!
It's our Christmas special. We record this 4 days before Christmas, well, 5 days before Christmas. So, all that being said, thanks guys for doing this for a whole 2017.
It has been a lot of fun.
And just to make up for it, here you go guys. Merry Christmas from me.
Oh, no way! No way!
Merry Christmas from me.
That's so lame. Thank you, Carl.
No problem.
I feel bad now.
I'll tell you one thing. It's
I would have gotten you all something, just no money in my account, unfortunately.
It's well, I will tell you without giving anything away. It is a throwback to one of our first episodes.
Okay, should we open it now?
Yeah, let's open it now. Let's get now because you.
This is also an unboxing video.
Yeah.
Please sponsor us, Loot Box.
Oh,
Or at least Aki Bento.
oh, awesome!
Yeah, I just saw that and I thought that.
Oh, no way! That's awesome!
What we should do is we should build them, and next time, for the anime of the year, we'll bring them all in.
Yeah, so do you have to glue them or do you
No, it's all air friction.
Oh,
together.
Oh, no way, that's so it's basically like a slightly tougher
I did
Lego.
get this out of Loot Vault, but I wouldn't recommend going to the site if you want to get one now because last I checked, I basically bought 4 of them, so because I bought myself one as well.
Oh, see, so the price is probably going
So this is another one for you guys' collection. But we also.
My first Gundam.
Iron-blooded orphans.
Oh, speaking of which, did you guys watch the trailer for Ready Player One?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I saw
Yes,
that.
oh,
There's a Gundam in it.
Is it?
By the way, when you do your review on it, add me in it, please.
Well, what we'll do is maybe we'll combine it since it's got anime elements to it. Maybe we'll combine it with whatever vlog we're doing when it comes out.
Yeah, sounds good.
So what we'll do. So this month is the end of fall. We gave it a fall as much as possible. I'm going to need that pencil back to write down all the things in a minute. But one thing I should mention before I did, if anyone regularly watches our vlogs, all 6 of you,
Again, including us.
And we love you.
Our fan base has increased.
May notice I'm missing a bit of hair here.
And
Well,
beard.
I love that.
Going on the tongue.
Do you know what's weird?
He's one of your eyes on the prize, everybody.
Do you know what's weird? After I got it done, I actually had phantom pains of where my hair was. I went to put the seatbelt on in the taxi. I went to move my hair out of the way, and I realised, oh wait, no, it's not there anymore.
And he wept a little when he did that.
Cried inside.
But no, I donated my hair to at an event. I was basically wrangled into it. A very positive. I was only meant to be dropping off a Christmas cake I was making to raise money for this charity called the Little Princess Trust, and they make wigs for children going through cancer treatment. And they were saying, and they spotted me instantly and just went, "Kurt, do you mind donating some of your hair?" And I'm not really sure. I'm saying, can you do it in a way that means I get long hair and don't have to lose all my hair? And they said, yeah, go. We'll take 7 inches off. Did that.
Oh, by the way, should we do introductions?
Yeah, we'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
But did that. So done that, and I decided to get rid of the beard as well because because I thought it doesn't really suit the new look. Plus my girlfriend does not like beards, so I thought I'll get. I thought 2 birds, 1 stone sorted.
Basically, this is Calvin post time skip. This is his.
It's weird because normally people have more hair post time skip. Anyway, in case you don't know us, I'm Calvin Atkinson, film critic for the Axie Film Society, the slice of life guy here.
Do these guys first.
I'm Reece, the resident Met guy here.
I'm Ren. I'm the shonen guy.
I'm Elliot, the fantasy sci-fi guy, and welcome to our Anime Religions monthly meeting, where the Soul Society is our heaven, our crosses are body pillows, and our Bible is Bible Black.
You know what's weird? I actually, when we were at AnimeCon, me and Ren were staying in a room with a bunch of other people because we were staying in a hostel with other people in the con, and there was a guy sleeping with an asana body pillow.
In a hostel with like 16 other people.
Yeah.
I mean, that is commitment.
Actually,
That is commitment. I really love that guy.
Actually, when I went to Comic-Con this year, I went with 2 friends, and one of my friends bought asana body pillow, and the weird thing is, it's a girl as well. She's a girl as well.
I know a friend who really wants a body pillow of the girl. She's a girl who really wants a body pillow of the girl from And You Thought There Was Never a Girl Online.
Yeah, trust me.
So it's not weird. It's not that weird.
Trust me, the girl who I was the girl who I was with, I actually used to date. When the entire time when we dated, she was constantly asking me for a Sebastian body pillow.
Should have got one of you instead.
No, she would have just burnt it.
So,
best of fall now.
best of fall.
What do we think of the fall season overall?
I think it's the best season this year, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm very
I'm
impressed with it.
definitely better than summer.
Yeah,
No, I think it was better than
summer
summer.
was underwhelming, I would say.
Better than summer, much better than winter. I think what it had was spring had all the quality, but it didn't have quite the quantity of shows. Summer had a lot of quantity of shows, but it didn't quite have the quality there. This one was the first season to get both.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle, I would say, with this one. But it is definitely really good.
There was a lot of competition, I think,
Alright.
between best picks.
So, sorry if we seem distracted. My dog's here again.
Oh, it's
We've got
Ripley.
Ripley. Beautiful Ripley.
Ripley!
So if you hear some barking in the background, that's what it is. It's
It's an adorable
Oh,
dog.
one
being
second.
Ripley.
Yeah, it's not just Calvin gone mad.
Here's my dog. Here she
It's
is.
Ripley.
Her name's Ripley.
She's the mascot for Anime Amigos
Yeah,
now.
if we have any fans who want to do fan art, please do one with of her with some Super Saiyan.
do her with Happy. Do her with Happy.
Do
That
it
would be
with-
great from Fairy Tale.
Oh wait, eating happy.
Yeah. No love for Happy here. But,
Or fairy tale.
No, I probably think she's a dog.
I'm the only one here who likes Fairy Tale.
I actually like fairy tale.
Yeah, I enjoyed it when I saw.
I'm far behind it though.
Was
Like
it-
fun, it's on Funimation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
it's some
another
of
reason
it's
to get
on
Funimation.
Netflix, but not that much of it.
I think it's like the first 100 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's got the best instrumental theme of any anime I know. That
Yeah, I
ding
know,
ding
yeah,
ding
I
ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I've actually got it on my phone. I enjoyed it that much.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, so let's start.
Let's
But
get
no, no,
into
no. I'd say just the one thing I will say about this season though was it. I don't think it quite lived up to fall 2016. But that's because fall 2016 is the best season of anime I've experienced in a while.
What came out in fall 2016? Can
I-
you just do a review?
I don't know. It's only this year where I started Fox
Yes.
seasonally following
Same here.
anime. I mean, hell, I barely watch anything in winter, honestly. Hence why when we do the anime of the year, you won't see that much winter from me.
So what was in fall 2016 that was so good?
Well, there's stuff like there was the first season of March Comes In Like a Lion, really was good. There was stuff like Keijo, was really wasn't very good, but it was very fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Flip Flappers was one of the best things I saw all year in
Yeah,
2016. I'd say
It had Untitled Orphans, didn't it?
I Blood Orphans season 2 kicked off,
Yeah.
and that was really good.
What was the season that Mob Psycho came out?
That was summer 2016.
ReZero came out summer as well, right? Or was that another time?
And when was Dragon Maid? When was that?
That was winter.
I thought so. Yeah, I was going to say.
That's we can do that. We can have an interesting talk about that. Me and Reece did consider that for anime of the season in
2016.
in 2016, 2017, our best of winter vlog. We really considered it, but it wasn't Reece's biggest surprise. Which,
Yeah.
to be fair,
Because it was really good.
Surprisingly good.
What made you decide on Saga of Tanya then?
well, it was our first runner-up in both our best original categories, and it won biggest surprise off me and best ED. It made the most logical sense.
Yeah.
I think
it won the most categories.
And it was also the fact it was also runner-up in tons of the category. It was the two shows we were talking about the most with winter were Aka and Saga Tanya the Evil. So we really had to be one of those two. And we felt Tanya dominated the competition.
I would say with me, Saga of Tanya the Evil did have my favourite OP. Though my favourite would probably be Twin Star Exorcist, considering how awful the third opening was.
The fourth opening was pretty good actually, all things considered.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything on the second
No,
opening.
the second OP was brilliant.
But well, we need to decide one more anime of the year to join the lot. So let's
Let's
start
get right
off.
into it.
Let's get right into it. So we're starting with the OP. So OP guys, what was the OPs like this season for you?
Really good.
Yeah.
Some of the best OPs of the year.
Oh yeah, no, it was.
Five that were fantastic. I thought.
It wasn't just five. It was like everything I was watching had a
Yeah.
fantastic OP. It was
Yeah.
like, what the hell am I going to decide here?
It was the toughest year to decide.
Yeah, because even when it was a bad show, it had a great opening.
I know.
Even,
Yeah.
in fact, the only one that I even thought was mediocre. There was only one I thought was mediocre, but I don't want to say in case one of you guys picked it.
No, you can say it. It's
Okay.
okay.
Black Clover. I thought Black Clover's
Oh,
OPs.
I thought it was good. I thought it was really
Yeah,
good.
I disagree.
Runner up for me.
But that being said,
It's in my top 5, but not my top 3.
Yeah.
Wait, we are just doing top 3s this time as well.
No, we can go top 5 if we need to.
I've only picked top 3s for some reason.
No, don't worry. I said 5 maximum.
Yeah.
Only.
I do have like a top 5 original though.
Yeah, no,
so
I
got
said
that.
well. Well, let's see. Okay, Reece, start it off.
Okay.
What'd you pick?
5th place, Black Clover.
Oh,
Funnily enough.
so that's a one and runner up for Black Clover.
Yep. 4th, MMO Junkie.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah, that's a good OP.
3, King's Game, because I really like that. 2, March Comes In Like a Lion Season 2.
I knew you'd
Yeah.
pick that for one of. I didn't think it'd be your best one, but I was close to putting it for a prediction.
And number 1, Junie Tyson.
I got it right.
That's a runner-up for me.
So good.
It's such a good OP. The Sukano Rapture.
Did anyone else? Well,
Well,
since we're keeping up the format for now, did anyone else pick Gene Tyson as their best?
Yeah, I picked Junie Tyson as my best.
I got it right again.
I didn't, yeah.
No, neither did I. Actually, it wasn't even in my top 5. Actually, with Gene
Really?
Tyson.
Oh.
I thought it was really good.
I
It was
liked it.
close.
I liked it a lot, but it's.
It was close. It was very close for me.
So you had Black Clover, King's Game, and MMO Junkie as your runner-up, as well as
March Comes In Like a Lion 2.
March Comes In Like a Lion.
Now think about it. I do have a top 5 for my anime OPs.
I can only manage 4 really with the OPs.
But with all that being said, what was it about Gene Tyson that really did it for you two mostly?
Great song.
The animation was fun.
Yeah, great visuals. Yeah, just seeing Rapture repeatedly was great.
Yeah.
The way he says rapture.
Yeah, because I can't roll my
It's
R's,
addictive.
but
I can't do that. I used to be able to, but I can't.
it was a really good chill
How the
out
hell
song.
do you do that, by the way?
You basically just spit at people.
Yeah.
You spit at them.
Rapture.
Rapture.
We have fun on this show.
Yeah. Yeah, should I go? Or...
No, you've done your one now because it's
Oh,
what are
wait,
your
say your-
runners
say
up?
your
runners up.
What are your runners up?
Runners up for me. I put MMO Junkie. I only got that have 4 in total.
Oh no, I got yours wrong. I thought I genuinely I must be. Let me
Did you
just
think
go.
I was going to be MMO Junkie?
I really thought you.
I did. It was very close.
I thought you were going to pick MMO Junkie because you were saying all season. I was having a tough time deciding between G Tyson or MMO Junkie. I thought,
Yeah.
no, I don't think he'll change his mind last minute. I think he'll pick.
I think he's got my opening.
So MMO Junkies.
He's actually been pushed down to 3rd runner-up.
What's your second runner-up?
Second runner-up is Black Clover. And first runner-up is Ancient Magus Bride.
That's a good opening.
Yeah, no, that was a really good opening.
Watashi
wa
It's so cool.
I liked how it was so. It was a bit of a downplayed one, really.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was
I
kind of
was just saying
downplayed,
what the
kind of
season
mellow.
was
It was
like.
pretty good.
Just
Yeah.
realised something. I need to sort this one out. Oops. No, it's fine.
Okay, so
Sorted it. But no, with Ancient Margus had a really good one. I really liked. But going back to Junior Tyson, which is kind of you guys' pick. You guys, it's a very good opening. It has nice visuals, has some interest. It has an interesting. I like the song. Like, you don't usually hear alternative rock
no, yeah.
in anime, and I really liked it.
Yeah. You sort of tend to get like with rocky ones. You sort of tend to get more soft metal,
Yeah.
Or J-rock.
or J-rock or J-pop or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's but so I really like Junior Tyson. It didn't make my top 5, but.
Ooh. Controversial.
But that being said, it was such a good season for. I mean, I was considering at one point for my top 5 as well as the other openings that didn't quite make my top 5 were things like Food Wars and Anime Gataris,
Yeah.
which although episode 11 of Anime Gataris really kind of put me off the opening.
I haven't seen. I haven't watched Anime Gataris for a while actually.
But that's kind of what. So that's our OP, that's you two OP done. Elliot, out of all the ones, what was your best OP? Did I get it right?
I'm gonna go through my runners up first.
What's your runners up?
Number 5 was Anime Gataris. I'm not a fan of J-pop, but that's just way too catchy.
I'm gonna guess.
Number 4 is Black Clover. Number 3 is Shokugeki no Soma.
I was close to picking that one.
Number 2 is Junie
I
Tyson.
knew another one.
It was very, very, very close. but you probably all predicted my number one by now. Number one opening is This is the End, This is the End.
I got it right.
And thankfully it will be the end this time next week.
Any death metal bands looking for screamers? Look me up.
No, I liked King's Game's OP. It was one of the few things I actually quite liked about it. But
Was it a runners-up for you?
it was a runner-up for me. But King's Game. I mean, I've got it on my phone actually now.
Oh, no,
Me too.
I'm getting the album at some point.
I'm surprised you didn't have it as one of your runners-up actually. Now I think about it.
Yeah. Wait,
You know-
for OPs I did. It was
Yeah.
first.
The annoying thing is, Black Clover has the most runners-up at the minute, and I really did not like it.
Yep. But I mean, with King's Game, I admit I'm a metalcore fan. I like a lot of metalcore bands like Alexandria, Of Mice and Men, Motionless in White and Merely. And
It reminded me a lot of Mice and Men.
yeah, and I just, from the very beginning, I really, really enjoyed this opening. I was just thinking, if the anime is half as good as this opening, I think it's going to be a good time. It wasn't.
It was a quarter of good.
Not even a quarter of
Got
good.
an eighth.
It was like it was half as good at the beginning, but it just got bad and bad and
Do you know
bad.
one of the things, in terms of my predictions, I'm glad I stuck with Gene Tyson because I was thinking at one point, maybe Reece will pick March comes in like a line because it's very similar to the ED that you really liked in season. More moving on from that one, King's Game very good for me. It was a runner-up.
I do think it was a really good, and I'm definitely considering getting the album for it. Cold Rain is a good band. Check them out.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. But right, my turn now. So since we all did the runners-up, I'll do my runners-up as well. My runners-up were my first runner-up was fifth place. I'd say was Blood Blockade, Battlefront and Beyond, which
I didn't see that one.
which was Fake Town Baby by Union Square Station, who did the ED for the first season of that. Then I'd say it was after that. It was. Oh yes, Girls' Last Tour.
Even though they dab in the opening.
Do they?
Yeah, you actually see the girl like that.
Love it.
And I'm going to hell for now even doing a fake dab. You are going to hell with me. I will drag you to hell with me.
Well, joke's on you, I don't believe in hell.
I just go in my head, man. 1, 2, 3, and then I had what I'm surprised none of us have talked about so far, Blend X.
I was going to say.
That was a good opening. Actually, I was considering either that or Anime Gatoris for number 5. Gatoris, I think, was more catchy.
You can actually put that down for my fifth runner-up then, because I only chose 4.
Yeah, Blend S has got such a it's the most memed opening of the season.
Yeah.
Then I had
Sweet.
Sister, sadistic. We are sin. My favorite. Then number 2 I had King's Game.
Oh yeah.
Which any other season it would have been my best, but there was one that I know I'm the only one who watched it in the Yashiki.
I heard that opening was good.
Oh, you showed. Is that the one that you showed?
Yeah, it's done by Man with a Mission, who me and Reece are very familiar with them because they've done some of our favourite OPs the last few years. They did Log Horizon, they did got the first opening for Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans, they did the opening for the second opening for Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh no way.
And every time they do one, they knock it out of the park. And this is no different. This one is utterly brilliant song. It's a really good rap metal song that I really enjoyed. I think Band of a Mission is becoming one of my favourite bands out of Japan right now. And this one cemented me. The visuals are great. It suits the show fantastically. Inuyashiki had to be it. I was considering any of the others, but I'd never seen any of those other ones could have done it. But
it was very difficult to decide still this season.
Yeah.
Like I think the only opening I wasn't too big on was Daisere. Because like, that just sounded too much like Mirai Nikki.
That was pretty weird. That was the first thing that we said when we saw the opening. We just went, that's just Mirai Nikki.
Yeah.
And I didn't really enjoy the Konohana Kaiten opening, but it was one of the various reasons I dropped that show.
It was okay.
Yeah. It was cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
It's funny, with the first episode, Konohana Kaiten actually got pretty high, but then as the episode went on, it kind of dropped a little when it came to the ratings on my anime list.
Yeah, I dropped after the 5th episode.
Right, let's see how correct I was on the next one. Okay, let's move on. Bet EDs. So, with the EDs I felt were really weak this season.
I feel like where the OPs were incredibly strong, they borrowed what strength they had from the EDs, which were incredibly lacking.
To be fair, if you ask me personally, I don't think the EDs are all actually too often too strong. Except for one for me, actually.
A couple, yeah. I mean,
But the previous seasons I had a few I actually quite liked. This season I only had about 2 or 3.
There's one in this season that I did really like.
Yeah,
But I actually, it really was a 2-horse race for me, actually, between 2 EDs. Reece, what about you? Did you have much trouble with?
I managed to get my 5.
Okay, so let's go.
I've only got 4.
What was your best ED?
My best was MMO Junkie.
I did not predict that.
Yeah. Well, that was really good. Then runners up, I had Junie Tyson, King's Game, Black Clover, and Dragon Ball Super ending 10.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super is pretty good.
It's got the most random opening line.
And the
Like a 70cm window.
Yeah.
And then it goes into
Yeah,
the song.
yeah.
It's just completely out of the blue.
I'm probably the only one here who hasn't seen Dragon Ball Super.
You should definitely.
I'm as well. But I'm
But
about to start.
really
That's
good.
just because I still haven't watched any of the other Dragon Balls.
I'm waiting for it to come. Well, for me, it's because I only watch Dragon Ball in dub because I've grown up with it. No, I predicted Reece would pick March Comes In Like a Lion.
Yeah, March was good. That would have been 6th place. It just missed out.
Because I thought that's very. Again, I thought it was very similar to the ED that you really liked in the winter. So I thought he might go with that one again. As I say, you always kind of surprised. What do you like about the MMO Junkie AD?
That's just a really good song. I like the visuals. I like Morioka with longer hair.
Yeah, I do think Morioka is Morioka is a very cute character.
Yeah.
But she is. I do like her as a character. She was one of my favourite characters of the season. Which, incidentally, it's one of the reasons why it's the new year. We're starting to do a character category for these seasonal roundups, as well as our best holdover. Speaking of which, guys, if we had to do the best holdover, which one would you guys have picked?
I haven't really been watching any holdovers, to be honest.
Yeah, so you would have been pretty much out of that one.
You know mine.
Elegant Yokai Farms, which is probably your anime of the year at this point.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna watch it eventually. Don't worry. It's on my list.
I would have gone Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super was really good. Apparently, I've been hearing great things. I would have gone with Welcome to the Ballroom because it had my best of the summer was also a brilliant one this season. It had a brilliant second half. In fact, I watched the last episode. I've stayed up late to catch up with everything last night, and one of the things I watched was the last episode of Welcome to the Ballroom. Thought, yeah, that's a brilliant way to it. I watched the endings of Junie Tyson, the ending of the ending of Food Wars season 3, and the ending of Welcome to the Ballroom. That's a brilliant free anime to end on. To have to see the endings of, because so that's done on that front. So anyone else pick MMO Junkie before we move on?
No, I didn't pick MMO Junkie.
No, I didn't pick MMO Junkie for best ED either.
It wasn't my. It isn't my runners up.
Okay, I'll just add that now, so I don't have to do it later. Elliot, what did you pick?
Number 5 is MMO Junkie. Number 4 is Code Realized. Surprised no one really picked that one yet.
No, I've not seen that.
Number 3 is Junie Tyson.
Number 1 for Junie Tyson.
Number 2. What was number 2 again?
I've done that mistake as well.
Come on, I had this before. I can't remember.
Just go to what your best one was.
My number 1 is again no Summer Game.
So King's Game twice in a row.
For best.
It's a very good ED, I will say.
It's again, as I keep saying in my stuff. Oh, by the way, me and Calvin are on an app called Stardust now.
Yeah, I was going to mention it. I was going to mention it at the end actually. That we're on Stardust.
Basically, on Stardust, in one of my videos where I reviewed a King's Game episode, because I'm kind of doing that for each one now. I basically said that the opening and the ending are the only 2 good things about it.
I think it had a few good first episodes. Because me and Brendan were kind of really into it.
I was really into it during the first few episodes.
It's the biggest disappointment for me this season because it just went downhill so
Yeah,
fast.
hence why it's a runner-up for my biggest surprise.
Yeah,
because of how bad it is.
Yeah, I've got another one on there.
But I should point out, biggest surprise is meant to be pleasant surprises. I should point
I
out.
don't care.
If we want to do that, we'll have a most disappointing category next.
Yeah, I say that.
From now on. But with that in mind, King's Game ED was pretty good. I mean,
I feel like it was the only one that I can actually say I really liked, and like the only one that I watched, like one of the only ones I've watched every time.
Yeah.
Apart from number 2, which I can't bloody remember.
I actually, yeah, no.
Wait, I remember. Number 2 was Classified Vanguard GZ.
I will say that actually, what the fuck was that? Oh, no,
And that, podcast fans, was the sound of Ren choking a duck.
I did get it correct, actually, with your one. I got it correct what your ED would be.
I'm not that difficult to predict. He's got most of my ones every time.
So the minute out of all of them, I've got 3 right so far. 3 out of 5 isn't bad so far.
See how we progress.
So if I'm right, Ren's picked the same one
And
as
2
me.
of them is me.
Yeah, but
You won't have my ED.
so what was your best ED?
Actually, the most recent Boruto ED, to be honest. I didn't tweet about this when it was released.
Yeah, I remember you tweeting that. Sure.
Yeah, because they released it with a new OP.
See, I missed that tweet. So as a result,
But however, I haven't been watching Boruto as of late. But
Yeah.
I haven't dropped it. I just haven't really been watching it. But you said it's not. Has it gotten any better?
No, well, they've stopped filler again. They had about 4 filler episodes. I mean, the last arc was pretty terrible anyway.
I mean, at the minute, actually, pretty much all of Boruto is filler compared to the manga.
Well, yeah, because it's not even at the same stage that the manga began at.
Yeah,
it's getting towards it
Like
now.
in the manga, it started off with a tuning exam, or at least getting. Yeah.
I think they're doing the tuning exam. I think I may be incorrect. I don't know.
Wait,
I've lost
are
track
they
of
still
it.
in school? Or are they just still getting? Or are they actually getting it?
I think they're getting. I don't know.
You know, that's after when they graduate from the school.
Yeah,
It hasn't.
no, I feel like they are getting. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our Boruto report.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of lose track. Like they're just.
But
The power scaling is pretty ridiculous. As well.
but you really liked the ED though.
The ED was good, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much one of the only points I can really pick up or even remember about Boruto is that the ED is decent.
The ED seemed to be decent because it's twice in a row you picked Boruto for your best ED because you picked it for best of summer as well.
He's surprisingly good.
Well, all of us picked my hero, traitor.
If you had picked
Actually, also, this is something kind of cool, or I don't know if it's cool or sad, but this is the first anime season for 2 seasons where we haven't talked about My Hero Academia.
But we're only going one more season before we start talking about it again.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm very much.
Because not only are we getting a new season, a movie out.
Yeah, I heard that. They're actually getting like a video game as well.
Yeah, it's coming to PS4 as well, so we're all going to get. So that's a possible future Let's Play for us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a future Twitch live stream.
So
other honourable mentions: Dragon Ball Super, Elegant Yokai Apartment, and I think the Judy Tyson one was my last one. But yeah, they were my picks.
it's another one for Jeannie Tyson. At the minute, it's
What did
Jimmy Tyson's doing really well.
at the minute it's got the most runners up and the most victories. So at the minute it's doing pretty well. But let's see how it continues forwards.
What did you predict for my ED?
I predicted you'd go Kino's journey.
No, I actually wasn't ready that sold on it. I'm sorry.
Shame with that one. So if you haven't figured it out, my best ED was Kino's journey.
Love it.
The Kino's journey was the best soothing one for me. I love the visuals. I like the song.
Yeah.
I think it had a really good OP as well.
Yeah, no, I love the OP as well. The OP was great, but I felt like the ED stuck out more than any of the others. My runners-up were King's Game,
Woo!
which was my weakest runner-up, I should point out.
Oh.
Despite the fact, but that being said, I only had 2 runners-up because I didn't really have none of the EDs really excited me enough to really. Oh no, wait. I'd also say Welcome to the Ballroom was a runner-up, as well as Food Wars. And my big runner-up that I was really competing with was Amigos, which because I felt that ED was a bit charming, but I thought if I pick that for my best one, I'm going to have an amazing embarrassment for the rest of my life that I picked that as my best ED.
Why that?
Because it's basically just a bunch of it's just the idol girl dancing around, and I'm not really into idol shit. I don't know why I mean, a lot of people talk about Love Live Sunshine second season. That got a lot of advertising. I didn't bother watching.
I
it.
didn't, you know.
Yeah, well, I know you didn't because you only have one choice of best sequel. But but the weird thing was, I predicted that Ren might like the Kino's Journey ED. I don't know why. I was really confused with Ren. I wasn't sure what to pick, and I thought I'll take a wild stab in the dark and say.
You probably could have said it.
I mean, I just thought you've never really raved much about the music though for Yokai Apartments. I mean, I prefer the ED from the summer to the ED we had in the OP from the summer to the OP we had this season.
The thing is, as the show's grown on me more, I've become more in tune with it. Like
Season finale next week. But hopefully we'll get a second.
I'm not ready for it.
Hopefully we'll get a second season.
Season finale of what, sorry?
Elegant Yokai Apartments.
Yeah, I
Jinx.
need to watch it.
You've jinxed me.
Ren Bromley, I can't
Thank
believe,
you.
I can't have you believe the silent.
Unjinxed. Thank you.
Can't have you believe silent for the rest of it. So OPs and EDs. At the minute, I think there's a few that are clearly out in front. At this point in time.
Though I will say I'm very ashamed that I have chosen King's Game as 2 winners.
Well, that's to be said. We don't. We have to decide. It's basically how we feel by the end of it, not and a collective thought, not really. Well, I think so. Moving on. It's time for our biggest surprise.
Woohoo!
Now, as we said, now there was a lot of very surprise. There was a few surprises for me this season, but not as many as I was expecting. Most of it was about at the level I expected it to be. There was only a couple which exceeded my expectation.
Yeah, there's only one that I would say surprised me.
So
apart from again King's Game.
So Reece, what was your pleasant surprise this season?
I thought Black Clover was okay.
Junie Tyson for me.
Junie Tyson.
Yeah, it's Fate with Animals.
Why? Why did you find that surprising?
Because I thought it was just going to be a bad Fate rip-off. But it stands at the certain really well.
Yeah, no. I really did not come into much expectation.
Actually, you know, another thing about that's probably runners up for me. Because the first few episodes did not draw me in that much.
Same with us as well. Because we watched the first 2 or 3 episodes together.
The first few episodes didn't draw me in as much, but like during the weekend I binge watched from episode 6, and from episode 6 it got really good.
It was so strange as well because I mean episode 1. I mean, can we say spoiler for episode 1?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Because like the character that we followed for the entire episode dies, like, and it's
And
just like, what is the structure of this? How are we doing this? And then episode 2 is like, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, okay, so the character we follow is going to be the one who dies, okay.
With a couple of episode exceptions. A couple of episodes had the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Again, those were the but I would say it kind of went down the route. Having now seen the entire thing, it would have actually gone. It went down the route I kind of predicted it would go down, but at the same time, it still had some plenty of surprises for me, and it was very It was a runner-up for me as well. Because, again, the first few episodes did not win me over, but by the time I got around episode 5 or 6, I realised that this is one of the best things we've
I thought exactly
seen of the season.
Never mind that, honestly, for me, it's one of the best things I've seen this year.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one. It's pretty damn good. I've really enjoyed Junie Tyson on a lot of levels. I really felt like and I'm really annoying myself because I did not appreciate it when it first came out.
I'm tempted to rewatch myself
I
at some point soon.
Yeah, I might rewatch it in dub because I know animation dubbed
Yeah,
it.
I'm planning on rewatching the dub actually.
I do believe they're actually, they may not do a sequel straight away, but they're releasing a sequel visual novel, I believe, to the original.
Well, I think a visual novel is kind of a good route to go down this one.
I mean, that's what the original was, so they're going to release a sequel to that, and then maybe an adaptation will come in.
I don't know what they'll do with it. Like if they follow again the Zodiac race again, then it might be if they like do something different compared to just.
But it could be even more unpredictable than this season was.
Well, isn't that what the Fate series was? Visual novels originally.
Fates were all visual novels, but they kind of expanded into other mediums.
Actually, you know what? A Summer Game started as a novel.
Yeah.
Like not just the visual novel, just a normal novel.
But the thing about A Summer Game was they tried to adapt the second book before they adapted the first book.
As I said in another one, this is what happens when you combine 2 together. Because in the manga, the pacing is really good. It's all well done, and like you do get it. At first, it's just them trying to avoid death, but then it's inevitable that one of them's going to die. And the pacing was really good. There were a lot of things that were shown, but in the anime, the pacing was just awful. It went up. In fact, they actually missed out a challenge. And like you know the bit where Nobu actually tries to save Naoya. By texting everyone. In the anime, there was no repercussions of that. In the manga, there is.
Oh, okay.
But Junie Tyson really excelled itself. To be honest, I did not predict you would pick that one. It was wrong. I got my prediction wrong with that one. I thought you would go with MMO Junkie. I thought you'd be be very surprised to think I thought that one was going to be. You didn't think you wouldn't think much of it, and then it turned out you'd really like it.
It was good. I think that Junie Tyson just did a bit more for me.
But and it was more surprising in the fact it did that much for you. But yeah, I agree with you. I did not go into it expecting much, and it came out with much more than I was expecting. That's why it's a runner-up for me. What were your runners-up in the category?
Okay, this is going to sound weird, but go with it. Black Clover. It started off as a train wreck, but recently it's got a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has started to improve, but I've gone with the attitude of too little, too late. What about you for runs up? What any other runs up?
No, that was it.
Okay, we'll move on to Elliot then. What was your biggest surprise of the season?
Well, runners up, because you mentioned it actually, MMO Junkie. I just can't just add it in because I thought it would just be something to add in, but it ended up being really good. Number 2 was Junie Tyson, because as I said, didn't hook me at first, but got really good. And number 1 was Cardfight Vanguard GZ.
I did not predict that one yet.
What did you predict I would get?
Do you know what's weird? I predicted you'd pick Blendess.
Really? Why?
Because I thought you recommended that one to me, and I thought you would have thought, oh, this is going to be rubbish, but I'll check it out anyway because I'm meant to check it out.
You know what? I kind of did, but I didn't quite. Mostly just because I wasn't knowing what I was going to expect.
Yeah.
But Cardfight Vanguard GZ, this is the best season of Cardfight Vanguard G I think we've had so far. Because straight away you know that the villains are dangerous and they're powerful, and like. Again, I think you need to watch a previous season in order to fully understand exactly what's going on. But I do think it generally is the best season of Cardfight Vanguard G we've had so far. Don't think it's quite as good as the Link Joker season in the original Cardfight Vanguard. It's still my favourite, but still really good.
Okay, I completely got that wrong. But Cardfight Vanguard, geez, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't been watching it myself. But
Am I the only one who's watched it then?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm the only Vanguard player here.
We're all superior Magic players.
Hey, I'm only playing Magic. I'll have you know.
True.
Ren, biggest surprise before we kill each other.
You probably guessed this, but MMA Junkie.
Got it right.
Episode 1, I thought.
Can I just say before we go any further, since we have to point out when we both picked something, I picked it as well.
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
category.
I mean, we watched it at the same time, and I think going in, we were just like, okay, MMO, this is going to be just riding the success waves of SAO. It's going to be terrible.
I thought this would be a really dumb comedy that would try to imitate Konosuba's style.
Yeah. And then we got to the end of it, and we were like, wait, hang on, was that a romance? Is this a romance anime? And then, like, you know, as it got on, I was just, oh, okay, I get it, I like this now.
And I was just going, oh, this is lovely.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god, they're both adorable. This is good. I want to watch this.
This is so nice.
Yeah. Just going further ahead on this one, the reason why this is my biggest surprise is this was second place in my top 5.
Really?
That's what, and I did not see that going into it. From my best original, but MMO Junkie was fantastic.
So
And I'm just annoyed it was only 10 episodes. I thought you could.
Did you have the OVA out now?
The OVA, yeah, but the OVA is not really in canon, and it doesn't.
I guess.
I don't think it really added much.
I thought it was quite.
I just keep thinking, why couldn't King's Game have ended instead of MMO Junkie?
I would have easily taken 2 more episodes of MMO Junkie.
Yeah, like you do. I do think it did have a really good ending though. Like you don't see the two get together. It was implied that they might actually.
Yeah, I like
And it even leads some. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Hello, Ripley. But basically, there's a dog wandering under the table off camera.
I'm not stroking Cal's leg. I'm stroking the dog.
You know, there's a.
we believe.
Let's get the fanfic.
What's really funny is we made a rule that if Ren spoiled any Star Wars spoilers, he's not allowed to pet the dog.
But I've held to my promise. I've not spoiled any Star Wars for it.
Good. I haven't actually watched your review yet on it because I haven't watched it. I'm seeing it tomorrow though, so.
I will say though we don't go into spoilers later on down the line.
Yeah, I will watch it tomorrow, and I'm actually going to do a Stardust reaction to it. As well.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. We'll watch it. But again, we don't. But I will say, with MMO Junkie, I loved a lot about it. It was I went into it with no expectations whatsoever. In fact, I had very low expectations for it because I thought this. As I said, I thought this was going to be like Konosuba light. What were your runners up so we can get those out of the way?
Surprise. Well, I mean, I did pick Black Clover because.
Can we all
but
stop picking Black Clover
No,
already?
but
I like Black Clover.
No,
It's
but
not that bad.
It's going good.
I picked it in a negative way because again, like, I mean, yeah, but like.
We need to have a biggest disappointment category because
Yes,
we can't
I'm-
keep picking.
I'm-
These are meant to be pleasant surprises.
Yeah, so I'll take it out of that
Yeah.
one. But other than that.
Yeah. As
No
you can
real
see, we
surprises.
try to have
No,
positivity
I
in
would
this.
say Dragon Ball Super. I kind of thought that it was going downhill at the time.
And then suddenly picked right back up.
Because like I mean, they're in a massive tournament arc at the moment, basically, which usually is really good. But like there's always that sort of that lull in the tournament arc, or like a massive fight, like in the One Piece, the War of the Best, for
Yeah.
example,
Or
Naruto Ninja War.
My Hero Academia had a really good tournament.
Yeah.
My big surprise is Blend S was a big one for me.
Yes.
I did not go into expecting much.
Yeah, it's so funny because I was the one who recommended him. I'm not even that much of a slice of life guy. I've only recently gotten into it.
Anime Gatcharis I also had was a big surprise. I did not go into expecting much, and I didn't really have much to go at the beginning of the season. And it's kind of improved as time's gone on. Junie Tyson as well. Didn't expect much from the first few episodes. It's really surprised me. And another one I would say surprised me was Ruby Volume 5.
I've not caught up on it.
But the real thing is the reason why is because Ruby Volume with me and Elliot were really up to date with it. And I think about Ruby Volume 4 was real filler for me.
Yeah, it did feel more like a filler arc.
And I thought 5 was going to be more the
So I
same, with
do
building up to 6.
So I do like how they touched on a bit more of the backstory of Renji, was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with Volume 5, it was surprised me how much I enjoyed it so much. I mean, I don't think it's as good as Season 3, but I'd say it's about.
Nowhere near as good as Season 3. I don't think you can really beat Season 3 with 3.
But in terms of, that's another tournament arc actually. They did a tournament arc in that one.
Oh yeah.
But the volume, but I think it's about on a par with Volume 1 and Volume 2 at this point in time. I mean, I think Rooster Teeth are really outdoing themselves, and I'm surprised it's not collapsed with Monty On no longer at the table, having rest in peace, my man. But that's kind of.
Oh, wait, he's dead.
Yeah, Monty On's dead. He died during the production of Season 3, but apparently
No.
Season 4 had a lot of his ideas. Season 5 is the first time they're going without any of his ideas on place, so this is purely. But I think they knew what he had in mind for it, because it feels like he's not left.
Yeah, I will say I do very happily consider Ruby as anime. I would say.
Yeah, no, we've counted it for this category. I mean, if we're counting Castlevania, we're going to count Ruby.
Yeah, I see. Like, what do you guys see anime as? I see more as an art style than anything else.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it's limited to just Japanese production.
I think Benedict the Sage summed it up best, who's really pressing recently because he's doing a Gundam month, Gundam December.
Yeah.
Which, did you see his review on Gundam F90?
No, I got part way through it. I'm going to finish it.
God, that is a bad Gundam.
Yeah. Well, it's just the one film. So it's not like they could do a lot with it.
Thank God for that.
I need to get into Gundam.
But with that one, I think Benedict Sage summed it up best. We said it's like pornography. I know it when I see it. Which is, I think I've used that in my book.
It's a bit more of an adult book, I'm guessing then.
No, I use that phrase in the book. I only the closest I get to pornography in the book, eventually about pornography in the book, is probably High School DxD and.
Kill.
No, I didn't. I did mention Kill la Kill.
High School of the Dead?
Yeah, did I mention that one? I think that's
Bible Black?
No, I left Bible Black out.
Good! By the way, do not look that up. I added it in the joke, that's it.
Oh, no, that image is not going to leave my head for a while.
Queen's Blade.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Enough talking about hentai, Boku no Pico.
Bad times for all.
We're not doing that again. That's a 2 girls 1 cup of anime. Best sequels. This month had a ton of good ones. I was really enjoying virtually every sequel I saw.
I don't think it was as good as last season, I will admit. But that's mostly... Or Spring, sorry. But that's mostly because Spring had My Hero Academia. Right?
And Attack on Titan taking on each other, and Eccentric Family was really good. But I think this season had more great sequels for me, but I think that's because it was following from a lot more shows. Ren was in trouble this season because he only had 1 to choose from.
I only watched 4 this season. One of them I hadn't even seen the previous 2.
So, as usual, Reece, what do you think of the sequels this season?
I thought it was really good.
Which one did you pick?
March Comes In Like a Lion.
And it's you and me both.
So good.
It wasn't going to be for a while, but the last few episodes caught my attention in a big way.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of emotional drama in it.
And it kind of like, do you know what's weird? It kind of felt like it never went away.
Yeah.
It was like, that was kind of it. It was you were just there, and it just sort of started up like. I was like, oh, wasn't I watching this yesterday? No, I was watching this like 3 months ago, like 6 months ago, and that's another holdover that's continuing into winter.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
It's just the plot lines have been fantastic. The raw emotion is really there. The art style is fantastic as well. The artwork in this stuff is phenomenal. I've just been adoring it, and it's had some of the best writing of anything I've seen this year. It's, I mean, my runners-up were all 4 of my previous sequels. Blood, I'd say the closest one, I was going to give it to Food Wars up until the last minute, really, but Food, I've gone back to some lots there.
I was going to say,
Where's go? So Food Wars gets another one. Blood Blockade Battlefront had the was excellent as well. I really proper enjoyed that. I loved Ruby Volume 5, had a lot of good moments in it. And I'd also say my other runner-up was Kino's Journey, which also was fantastic again. Especially the episode 11 is brilliant. I mean, as much as it's a remake of from the 2003 series, I'd say it's. I just realised this is the first runner-up for Kino. Kino's not really, because it's only featured as one of my best ED so far. But no, I proper enjoyed March Comes in Like a Lion. I mean, what was the real standout moments to see? What's been some real standouts? Why has it been really standing out for you?
Just with the raw emotion of Hina's story.
Yeah, Hina's story has just been the best part of this March Comes in Like a Lion so far. And I'm amazed how they managed to do it in pure visual sense. It reminded me a lot of that scene from Howl's Moving Castle where Howl gives Calcifer his heart. It reminded me a lot of that.
Yeah.
Spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched Howl's Moving Castle.
It's been out for so long, you can spoil it.
It's like 20 odd years old.
So that was our best sequel. What were your runners up for best sequel? Did you have any?
Yeah, Food Wars 3, Kino's Journey, and Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Yeah, no, the Blood Blockade Battlefront, I was watching it in dub actually, so I'm a bit behind on it, but it's been very, very enjoyable. We'll probably talk a bit more about Kino's Journey in a minute, in fact I know we will. Elliot, what did you, by the way, I got your prediction right, I knew you'd pick March. I thought, there's no way Reece does not pick March.
Might want to hide that, Brent can see it.
Yeah.
I'm not actually reading it, I can hardly read the handwriting.
Oh, you buddy.
Yeah, that's one in the
Jar Jar. Elliot?
For runners-up, number 4 was Ruby Volume 5. Did think it was a little underwhelmed, but that's because I was mostly comparing to Season 3, but still really good, better than Season 4, I'd say. Kino's Journey, I do definitely think I was enjoyable, and it actually makes me want to go watch the previous season of it.
I wouldn't if I were you, because it's not aged very well. That's the biggest problem with Kino's Journey. It's not aged very well in terms of the animation, the art style, but in terms of everything else, it's you get some enjoyment out of it.
Number 2 is Cardfight Vanguard GZ. As I said, really good. Really enjoyed it. Best season. And number 1 is Shokugeki no Soma.
Yeah, no, I knew
which I just find surprising that no one else really picked that.
Do you know what it was gonna be? For the longest time this season, it was gonna be, but March just eased ahead.
Because
by the way, I got you right as well.
By the way, it was the same situation as it was in the spring season where I had not seen Shokugeki or Food Wars at all before watching it this season. It's the same with My Hero Academia in spring, and I'll be honest, I've fallen in love with it. It's like My Hero Academia. It's actually made it to my top 10 favorite anime of all time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's in mine. I love Food Wars. Food Wars is just phenomenal.
Like when I first saw the trailers, I just thought it's just girls getting naked.
Yeah, I thought it looked stupid as all hell.
Yeah, but now that I've watched it, I realise, oh my god, this is actually brilliant.
Yeah, this is a real example of how you should be doing shonen right now. I think this and My Hero Academia are the prime examples of how you should be doing shonen.
And by the way, fuck Erina's dad, seriously.
No, he's been one of my favourite characters of the season because he's an amazing villain.
I think he's a villain you're meant to hate, though.
I know, that's why I hate
that's the thing you like.
But he's one of those villains you love to hate.
Yeah.
And he's a real step up from the previous villains. I like especially with what the revelations about him in episode 12, which I won't spoil.
Yeah.
Especially because Elliot hasn't seen it, but believe me, the revelations in episode 12 really changed the dynamic between all the characters.
Yeah.
He's one fantastic villain. The fact he has all that control over Erina is just really. I mean, she was seen like a non-redeemable character, but then when you come to this season, you realize, oh my gosh, she's a tortured soul.
I did actually like Erina. I mean, I did like her sort of cynicism.
I liked her cynicism and all that business, but it was sort of like you kind of went with, you kind of didn't quite get why she was the way she was, and then you see this season, you really
like, I remember Anime America saying how much that she didn't like Erina, but after seeing what Izumi was like, she just wanted to give her a hug.
Yeah.
And you do feel like that.
So, well, better might as well move on to Ren. What was your one and only sequel you were watching this season, therefore your best?
I put a lot of thought into this one. There's so many good ones that I was definitely watching.
What? He swears.
You just had nothing from previous seasons.
Kino's Journey. I didn't want to watch anything that I hadn't seen before, and to be honest,
I did not watch Ruby.
No, I watched like 3 episodes of Ruby and I never actually committed to watching it. I never watched Food
By the way, I
Wars.
got everyone right. This is the one category where I got everyone right.
To be fair, it was kind of easy. How can you decide you got me for Food Wars?
Because I thought, he's just caught up with it, he's quite liked it. I completely forgot about Vanguard. If I'd known Vanguard, I might have said, no, you'll definitely pick Vanguard. But no, Food Wars has just been fantastic. So that's why I thought that for you. But Kino, I introduced you to Kino. Because I said you needed a sequel to watch.
Yeah.
And I said, this is one you can watch. You won't have to have seen the previous one.
Yeah, because I mean, every episode is standalone, and to be honest, I really enjoyed that.
It's got a real nice episodic nature. I love the art style of it.
Everything's in a neat little package, and it teaches you interesting messages based on different viewpoints.
Quick question, actually. What gender is Kino?
Female.
I've never been able to.
Episode 11 completely confirms it.
I've never been able to bring
In
it
fact,
out.
episode 11 actually shows the country she comes from, and it is. I'll put some money in the jar immediately. It is fucked up.
Yeah, it has one of my favourite lines of all of anime.
Yes, that one you tweeted saying, "I didn't mean to stab him. He just got in the way. I meant to stab my child."
Yeah, if you look on my Twitter, it's hilarious.
It's like only in anime. It's like I was pissing. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a dramatic moment. I'm pissing myself laughing.
It kind of makes you wonder, like, how Kino tried to spare a lot of people then, unless she has to kill.
I like all the episode titles, like the country of lies, the country that allows you to murder.
Yeah, that one was actually my favourite episode, honestly.
The country that allows you to murder. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like I liked how everyone was all very, very nice unless someone actually plotted to murder someone.
My
In which case,
favourites
boys can get fucked.
I think my favourites were the country of kids, the country of adults, and the floating country.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the slave one, I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, that was a good one as well. But it's been a very consistently great. I mean, I was struggling between all 5 of mine. Every time I was like, watching one, saying, no, that's the one. No, wait, no, that's the one. That's the one. And I was like, I decided to go with, okay, which one do I enjoy the most? Food Wars. Which one do I think is technically the best? It's definitely mine. Over the last few episodes, and I just said, no, I've got to pick this one.
Oh yeah, so here's the quote. This man leapt in front of me, so the knife meant to stab my child, stabbed him instead. Oh no!
Well, heartbreaking moments.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not allowed to
I
Get Reece for voice acting, people.
That was my favourite lines of all of anime.
Yeah, I've seen so many funny ones. Like when people are killed, they die.
Yeah,
Well, there's even one.
Is there a good one in Unlimited Playworks? Like, just because you're correct doesn't make you right.
There's
a one. Wow, the archer class is really made up of archers.
No, it's one I found. This is the funniest one. I'm 99% sure it's fan, but it's this female going, "How can you say you love him if you don't even eat his poop?"
Yeah.
Let's move on quickly. We've got to get through this. We need an anime of the season. So let's move on to Best Original. This was the hardest category.
Yeah.
How did we feel about the original anime that came out this season?
Very conflicted.
Top 3 was incredibly difficult.
This was a very hard season for me, but some amazing standouts for me this season.
Yeah.
It really came down to, I nearly changed, I had one set around episode 10, 11, but then a few episodes came along and I thought, do I change my mind?
I think I might know what yours is.
I nearly, and I think I kind of went back and forth. I'm not going to say which decision I made, because I want it to be a surprise. But okay, Reece, your best one. Did I get it right? Juni Taisen. Yes.
Yeah.
Runners up for me.
Did you pick it? Did anyone else pick Juni
I
Taisen?
think Juni Taisen.
I got it right as well.
It was runner up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it was
So
runner
good.
up.
Runner up for me.
Oh, so good. Such a great show.
I really enjoyed it. Absolutely loved it. But again, it wasn't fairly close competition, and I actually wish that I'd sort of caught it to date with Ancient Magus Bride before I'd fully selected, but because I'm on episode 9 now.
I'm fully
Two
caught up.
episodes behind.
I'm fully caught up. But Juni Taisen, wow, is it
Smash.
fantastic.
It got amazing.
Smashed it out of the park.
It was a runner for me and Elliot, so that's 2 more on the runners up scale.
I think I have a feeling of what's going to be anime of the season now.
But let's just keep going
Oh,
into
your horses. Nee.
before.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking yours might be Recovery of a MMO Junkie.
It was close.
I was considering giving it to him. I thought, no, he's been raving about Juni
Yeah.
Taisen. It's been nothing he's been most looking forward to. I think he'll pick that one. And I thought Reece will pick that one as well. It's right up his alley.
Yeah.
I didn't think I got it right that you wouldn't pick it because I thought you're not necessarily because I think I know which one you picked. But
Yeah, I have a very high prediction that you have.
Juni Taisen. We've kind of already gone over virtually everything we liked about it.
Yeah.
Who was our favourite character in it?
Monkey, I'd say.
Monkey for you, Monkey for me.
Oh.
It's so hard. There's so
As
many good
much
characters.
as I didn't want him to win, I'm going to go with Rabbit.
I really like Sheep actually. Sheep.
That's what I was just going to say.
Sheep's really cool.
I think she just picked it for me.
I loved his design as well. His design was brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great backstory.
Ox and Tiger. Oh, there's
Oh,
so many good
Ox and
characters.
Tiger.
Like, I think in a way every character's likable.
I like
Yeah.
Dog in the end.
I was a bit.
Yeah.
The weird thing was, Horse was one I wasn't particularly with, and he's my Chinese zodiac.
Oh yeah.
Who's your Chinese zodiac?
Rat.
Well, how do you know your zodiac?
It's the year you're born.
Yeah.
97, so...
I think I was dog. I think.
Is it in the order in which they win the race? Because in which case you would be Rabbit. I want to say.
So that's 94. Is that right?
I don't know. And it's-
Um,
the-
Yeah,
the order in which
actually,
they-
I mentioned this to Calvin, but if you
Oh, hang
look-
on, I've got what year were you born, Reece?
94.
Let me check.
actually, here's something fun. At the end of the credits, if you notice, you actually all the characters come up in the order they die.
Yeah, well, so the OP's the same.
Yeah.
Is it only the opposite way around?
Oh wait, no, actually, no, it's not because Boris. No, never mind.
99, so
Yeah.
I'm the horse. 94 is you're the dog.
Yes. I knew it.
Ren, what year were you born?
I'm 96. I'm the rat.
You're the rat, and Elliot, you're 97. You're ox.
I'm hey, you got a
I'm the sophisticated one.
You work in a preschool, Reece.
And
Oh, wait, horse, yeah.
I'm horse. I'm the one who I didn't get much attention at all.
No,
You're-
you just go to a common and suffocate.
and I'm the one. And actually, isn't the one who killed the most is either Ox or
Rabbit.
I'm pretty sure Rabbit killed me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think Rabbit was.
To be, yeah.
Rabbit should.
I loved the last episode though. I saw the last episode last night.
It was-
What an ending.
It was. I think it couldn't have ended better.
I think some people say it's an anticlimax, but I
No.
think they're wrong for saying it.
But to be fair, what would you expect? Like he could have just picked one that just made nothing worth it. He could have just picked a wish that made nothing worth it. And I liked how it's like what happened with the Juni Taisen. He went through 100 wishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 100 ways of just trying not to die. And he did. But like the thing is, he retains the memories 99 times of him dying as well. So that's pretty
Yeah.
traumatic.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, and everyone else sort of gets deja vu from it.
Yeah.
So that's
What I find, wait, just one sec. What I find also interesting about it is that, like, in each one, some people live. Like, if you notice, Boar lives rather than getting killed by Rabbit.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
I
Do you
love
know
these
what's- do you know what's weird? I genuinely wasn't entirely convinced by it at the beginning, but
Yeah.
I just got completely won over by the end. It's,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, the one sort of lull and boring point I thought was when they did the 2 episodes for the Dragon and Snake Brothers.
Yeah,
They
that one was
they didn't
kind
need
of
2
boring.
episodes.
I will say my girlfriend's favourite is Tiger, and she was.
Tiger's cool.
she was so distraught when they got to the episodes about her. I was like,
No!
no!
I thought that one was sad actually. Was that?
Yeah, I was really sad.
I bloody wish there was a fight between her and Ox, because like, you know, they were about to, and then her rabbit's back, lol.
But I do think Rabbit coming back was cool.
we need to avoid spoilers. We need to avoid
I'm
spoilers.
just gonna say now, he looks horrifying in episode 11.
Yes, he does.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
That is scary.
So, runners up, guys.
Runners up, I had MMO Junkie,
No surprises there.
Ancient Magus Bride, Kino's Journey.
You know, you could have picked Kino's Journey for this one.
Yeah, Here's Journey sequel.
Ah.
So that one won't count, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I will add.
Did you know what it was? Say Keen's Journey.
Yeah, I watched it. I completely forgot it was a sequel.
Wow.
But it is one of the best things we saw this season. I think we'll agree that. So that moves us. Ren, what are your runners up?
MMO Junkie and Ancient Magus Bride.
These seem to be I'm noticing a pattern
But
here.
it's literally just because the quality of everything was so high. Like, I mean, I have to pick them as runners up because.
Yeah, those were top quality shows as well.
They were really good. I'm not detracting.
You won't be. Elliot, did you pick the same thing as me, or did you pick something different? Let's see. What did you pick?
I'm gonna go through my runners up first.
Did you predict? Did I predict you correctly?
Number 5, honestly, Black Clover. I still think. I thought that was. It's
Okay,
not that
fair
bad, people.
More power to you. More power to you.
Number 4 is Blendess.
Yeah.
I did definitely think it was really good.
That surprised me. I did not predict you.
I was a likely contender. Number 3 was Ancient Magus Bride. For a while, it was very high with number 2. But number 2 was taken by Junie Tyson, and it was so close. Seriously, last night I was really struggling between Junie Tyson and my number 1. And my number 1 is King's Game, everybody! Anime of the year! I'm joking, I'm joking.
Please don't troll
I'm
that.
joking. I'm joking, of course.
What was it, Elliot?
Number 1, MMO Junkie.
Junkie.
It's gotta be.
I got it right. But it is so.
It's so good. It's so good.
I was teetering on it as I've teetered on it as well. I did not pick it. It's a runner-up for me. But
I think I know.
I mean, just again, it was. I just found it so engaging. I love the characters.
Yeah,
I love how there's no real villain, and I like how it focuses a lot on both inside and outside of the game. I like how it establishes all the relationships and everything. The humor and the awkwardness is just so cute.
I was very surprised about how human it felt.
I love Koi White. I think he's hysterical.
Yeah.
When he comes in with
I
his
like
custom
how they
character.
sort of seem to make him as show him as Sakurai's rival.
Yeah.
But he's actually but at the same time he's really nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think again it was really close with either this or Junie Tyson. I spent like practically half the night pondering about the two.
You guys might be a bit disappointed with me in a minute. So I'm going to go through my runners up before I get to my best one. Runners up. My number 5 was Girls' Last Tour, which has been. I'm surprised we haven't talked more about that.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched it. I haven't really watched much of High Dive stuff. I watched a few episodes of Just Because, and that's it.
You know, just because everyone's been raving about it, it's been top of the anime trending charts. I've really not been bothered by it.
I think it's another overrated.
I will admit that I will agree with Age Brandon that the dialogue is excellent and it feels very human, but that's the only real praise I can give for it. It's got real negative qualities a lot of slice of life anime have, which is there's no real plot and it kind of meanders along. But that being said, it's very real and it feels very human, but I couldn't rate it that much. Then I'm going to go with number 4 was Junie Tyson, which, as great as it was, there was 3 other shows that I did. Number 1 was one that hasn't been a runner-up yet because I was the only one watching it, Inuyashiki, which...
I would have watched it if I was... Actually, no, wait, I do have Amazon Prime. Why did I not watch it?
Seriously, it's one of the best anime on Amazon Prime right now. The problem is though, I think episode 10 was so good, I don't know how they're going to follow up to season 9, but it didn't win me out of the gate. So that leaves me down to 2. I get MMO Junkie as a last runner-up, and I picked Ancient Magus Bride.
I had a feeling, I thought so.
The thing about Ancient Magus Bride though is I had that brilliant OVA to keep it going, but I thought, how could it possibly live up to this OVA? it lived up to it in spades. I loved this season. That being said,
I think it was like, apart from just because, I think it was the most hyped one of the entire year. Really.
Apart from, I mean, Black Clover was pretty.
Black Clover was pretty hyped this season.
That's probably mostly because of Loot Crate. Let's be fair.
And Naruto.
And Crunchyroll really advertised the hell out of it. Everyone was kind of saying this will be the next big shonen, and then every anime reviewer queued up to basically give it the beating.
So how can it be the next big shonen when Boruto's the next big shonen?
No, the next big shonen is My Hero Academia.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it is the big shonen.
It's
not
it's
the
like
next one.
it's so close to being in my top 5 My Hero. If the next season's any better, it will very likely end up in there.
I mean, I'm planning already to cosplay as Deku at next con. I've already got my Subaru cosplay sorted from ReZero because I'm planning to do a couples cosplay with Subaru and Ren.
I think my next cosplay is going to be Kylo Ren.
Oh yeah. But Ancient Marcus Bride, really, I love the first few episodes have been just fantastic. They did have its moments where I thought this hasn't quite lived up to it, but it's been consistently great. Which is the reason I didn't do Genie Tyson was I just thought I can't pick it as my best because it didn't win me out of the gate like the other 3 did. Inuyashiki won me out of the gate. MMO Junkie won me out of the gate, and so did Ancient Marcus Bride. But Ancient Marcus Bride, I bought the manga, the first volume of the manga.
No way.
Already, and I only watched a few episodes of it, and I thought, I don't know how long this is going to go on for, I need to keep up this story.
To be fair, I was like that with King's Game, so I ended up reading the manga of that.
But I will say though, with Ancient Marcus Bride, I like the romance between Elliots and Chise.
Yeah.
I like some of the I like the fact we got the backstories now of these characters, and they're pretty good and well done. I think we're gonna get more about Chise down the line, but I mean, there's got more to go. It's going into the winter season.
Oh no way.
As
So
well.
that'll be like a.
It's like 24, 25 episodes. Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot more of that to go with it. So
To be fair, I don't think after like episode 12 they can really just end it there.
I've got to say, the animation quality is really good for it.
Yeah,
Well,
the animation's
That's the thing. That's the thing that drew me most to it. Just the presentation of everything.
And the whole English folklore and British mythology.
I like the character design. I like the world building. It's got a great cast of characters. I mean, that episode with the dog was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh god, Ruth is an awesome character.
Yeah.
And then they had that funny moment in the episode where she throws him out with the money saying, "Please come back before sunset this time."
Yeah.
So that's sort of. So we got to go to anime of the season. There's only really. I think it's kind of obvious what one we're going to go with, but there's really only 3 anime. The 3 anime that kind of came up were Juni Tyson, MMO Junkie, and Ancient Marcus Bride. Out of those 3, which one would you guys want to go? You 2 want to go for Juni Tyson.
Juni Tyson.
You want to go for MMO Junkie, and I want to go for Ancient Marcus Bride. But I think we should get our vote in this one because I think Juni Tyson's the one we all agree on. We all liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's so clear cut. It's one of the most categories.
I mean, I do definitely agree. Again, it was it was incredibly close.
Yeah.
It was incredibly close for me as well, and Juni Tyson was one I was considering for anime as a best original for me. So I think the fact that we consider it, you 2 picked it. It's got the most content. It's one of the most runners up. It's obvious. We gotta give it to that one.
Juni Tyson, everybody.
Juni Tyson,
The
anime of the season.
The Anime Amigos anime of the season for 2017 is Juni Tyson. So we
Yeah.
have our 4 nominees. Now,
I'm very sorry, Ancient Marcus Bride, just because people who wanted that.
I know, but I think we've made the right decision. I think it's a really good choice.
And for those of you who are still complaining, suck it.
We got 4 nominees now. 4 nominees for Anime of the Year. Our Best of Winter, Saga of Tiny Evil. Our Best of Spring, World End, What Would You Do? Are You Busy? Will You Save Us? Our Best of Summer, Knights and Magic. And our Best of Fall, Juni Tyson. So we're gonna come. So we're now gonna have to go away and start watching those ones. Do you know what's interesting?
I'm gonna be rewatching them, that's for sure.
Well, for Reece, he's actually with World End, with Suka Suka, which was previous Suka Suka. He's watching it for the first time.
I've seen Saga Turn of the Evil.
So you're watching that for the first
I'm watching
time.
half of Knights and Magic.
I've actually seen all 3 of them actually ended up in my top 3 of the season.
It's interesting with the interesting thing for me is I'm going to be watching a lot of them, but I'm going to be watching them mostly in dub because I did not.
I'm interested to watch them in dub actually. I might do that.
The Junitai Sen, because all 4 of those have had Funimation dubs. It's interesting.
Really, all of them.
All 4 have had Funimation dubs. So they were all sort of picked up by Funimation.
So I guess that means it needs an account for that then. Because I will likely watch them all in dub.
You will need a Funimation account to watch them in dub, but the thing is, for Saga Tiny Evil, I'm going to start watching some episodes in sub because I watched it in dub first time over.
Oh, right.
So, but I will be, it'll be interesting comparison. So, I honestly don't know how we're going to go with this one because those are 4 very strong shows.
Yeah.
I think we need to consider all of it. I mean, that being said, we're going to start. We're also going to give next month. We're going to give our top 5 original top 5 sequel, and we're going to do our top 5 of the year if we were to meld them both together. So if we would say all anime, we're not. I mean, even if you could. So that you could have that list and still have your top 5 sequels also be your top 5 of the year. You're not conflicting that one. So, but with all that being said, I think we have 4 very good nominees. It's been a very good year for anime, I think, 2017.
Yeah.
But we're going to discuss that more when we get to the next vlog. But what are we looking forward to in the winter?
Well, for me, it's Overlord Season 2.
Overlord Season 2 looks great.
For me, it's probably Tokyo Ghoul, I would probably say.
But it's not coming out in the winter yet.
Oh,
That's in 2017 as a whole. But
7 Deadly Sins, is that coming in winter?
that's coming in winter, 7 Deadly
Oh,
Sins.
My Hero Academia, actually.
That's coming in spring.
Ah, damn.
Sorry, you're waiting a few more months for that one.
Some what's coming out, but definitely some Deadly Sins.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to 7 Deadly Sins Season 2. I know Violet Evergarden's coming out in winter. That looks really good.
I haven't really been looking at much of what's happening next winter. I'm just kind of watch what's happening.
Well,
one major thing is Darling in the Fran, XX.
Yes,
That's Trigger's new show, and it's Mecha.
Do you know what's amazing about it?
Well, that's on your list then.
No,
No, my girlfriend wants to watch that. Do you know what's amazing? It's not just studio. It's a combination of Studio Trigger and A1 Pictures. And these guys done excellent work. I love Studio Trigger. I love A1 Pictures. I love them coming together. The plot looks interesting. I'm really excited for Darling and Franks. But the other anime I'm really looking forward to next year. We're taking a winter out of the mix. My Hero Academia Season 3.
That's my most hyped one.
One Punch Man.
One Punch Man Season 2 is coming next year.
So excited.
One we're not really looking forward to, but we're going to watch it anyway. Sword Art Online Season 3.
Yes.
I'm kind of looking forward to the Gun Gear one.
Yeah, the Gun Gale spin-off.
Yeah,
as well.
that should be good. That should be interesting.
Will that count as a sequel?
That will count as a sequel,
Okay.
I'm afraid, because this is kind of a spin-off.
It has best go.
And I'm just gonna say now, Netflix, please follow simulcast next year.
We got.
I do not wanna watch my 7 Deadly Sins on Soul Anime.
Attack on Titan is.
Oh, yeah, because they're releasing it yearly now, aren't they?
Season 3 is coming next year. I'm looking forward to more of that.
Manga is so hard to keep up with.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh no,
I mean, I know it's released on a monthly basis, and it's the same with JoJo's, but like from month to month, I just think
I've been, I'm excited about Attack on Titan Season 3. Attack on Titan Season 3. What else is coming out? Oh yeah, fucking brilliant. There's we've also got Fairy Tail Freeze coming out.
Yeah.
What's that, sorry?
The 3rd season of Fairy Tail's coming.
Alright, I'm very behind on my Fairy
We've
Tail.
got more Tokyo Ghoul. We've got Tokyo Ghoul Re.
Yeah, I'm reading the manga, but I will likely still watch the anime.
What else is coming up that's looking amazing? Some amazing stuff. 2018 is looking really good. My one worry about 2018 is are the sequels going to outdo the original content? Because it looks like some interesting content coming as well. I'm really looking to KyoAni's next production with Violet Evergarden, I've already said. It looks like some cool ideas are coming forward. I mean, we got more from this season to look forward to. March Coming Look Alive and Ancient Margus Bride will be continuing into next season. Dragon Ball Super's still going.
Still incredibly good. People are predicting that it may finish sometime next year.
Yeah.
But I mean, where it is now, it's held a great place. I'm enjoying it a lot.
We're still going to have more Boruto next year.
Yeah.
Black Clover is getting better now. Maybe we'll get a resurgence and we'll really appreciate it more in 2018 because it'll be going up.
I think it was kind of the same that happened with Naruto, though. I don't think at first Naruto was too greatly received, but then it got much better, especially with Shippuden.
So it's going to be 50 episodes, so we're going to be watching it up until the full season next year.
Yeah. By the way, when do you think Yuno's going to go evil?
No, I don't think Yuno's ever going to go evil.
No, I don't think they have the balls to do that.
I think they'll do a whole Hajime no Ippo thing between Miyata and Ippo, and maybe like have them fight once and then like never fight again until like no, fight me when you get to the top kind of situation. Except that doesn't happen until like 400 episodes on. Personally, that's my prediction.
I don't think they'll have 400 episodes.
Let me just check how many I got right actually in terms of predictions. I got.
You got 4 of mine right.
1, 2.
As I
He
said,
knows your soul.
I'm very predictable.
Also,
He knows
so I
your
had 15 predictions. So let's see how many I got right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I did predict a couple of his though, I believe.
Did I get your biggest surprise right? Or was
My
it-
biggest surprise was yeah, you did.
I did get yours right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So you have a 66.6% accuracy reading.
Oh, that's not bad actually.
Cal knows us intimately. Or he wants to.
Have
I'm
you
getting
been the
the-
one stalking me?
Death Note's coming out. Rennick Graham Broly and Elliot Chapman die in extreme bungee jump accident in 5 minutes time.
Ha, bitch, please. I'm scared of heights.
Falls off of the Ferris wheel, somehow grabbing the page of the notebook.
So we've got
We're gonna keep raving about that until the day we
Yeah.
die. I can
So,
guarantee it. Or
well-
at least until a worse film comes out.
we are done for 2017. We've done all 4 of our seasonal roundups. We've got 1 more episode of season 1 to go, but we've been commissioned for season 2.
Yeah.
So we're so it's time to really. So next month it's our anime of the year, and we're doing a second blog to give our thoughts on the Crunchyroll Awards.
When's those out, by the way?
We don't know yet. We're still getting our information out, and we're going to be doing reaction videos for the Anime America Awards and the Under the Scope Awards, which I promised. Which I promised to those guys. So thanks very much for agreeing to that. For that, we will be back in January. We don't know what time yet in January because it depends.
Don't worry with the reaction videos, by the way. We try not to be like Jinx.
We're basically going to be looking at the awards, saying how we would have personally given it our decision on those ones. So with that, we're done. We have we have our 4 anime of the year. If you want, we're going to take public votes into account, so you can vote in a straw poll that I'm setting up in the description box below. What is our anime of the year? Is it? Do you want it to go to Saga Tang the Evil, Suka Suka, Knights and thank you Ripley. That's Dogs for Knights and Magic. Ripley's made the right decision, and or Juni Taisen, the Zodiac War. What will be your? We're going to take the poll vote into account because we're going to be going completely.
Ripley, please stop it.
We're going to be going completely data on this one. We're going to have our top 4 points for the best and 1 point for each of our worst for our weakest in each category. We're going to do that with the public vote. We're going to add up the scores at the end, and that will be our anime of the year.
Okay, just a bit of warning. You probably won't hear much from me during all that because I have not seen much slice of life or stuff like that.
So good.
Literally the first season I actually started watching slice of life.
You should watch Nichijou if you want to watch some good slice of life.
I would say some other good shows. I might choose another good one. But that's us for tonight. Thank you very much for a full 2017 with us.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and follow me and Calvin on Stardust if you have it.
And of course, if you want to donate anything to the Little Princess Trust, there's a link to the charity in the description below.
And please
Like, share, and subscribe. And keep an eye on our Stardust because I'm gonna be doing reaction videos to every single first episode I watch in winter.
In fact, I'm probably going to be doing it for like every few episodes. I think.
Yeah, because I'm going to start in the winter.
I'm probably going to start when I get a new phone.
Yeah, his phone's gone completely wrong.
It won't charge.
But we'll see you in January, and keep an eye on axiorasc.co.uk because we're going to be posting our anime awards as well, which we're just about to now discuss. So we'll see us off camera. We'll see
Take
you
care.
soon. Bye.
Later.